Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we are back. All right. Joe has been able to join us, so Millie is in session. Just charging through that intervening space between her and Locag. And next in the order is Locag.
All right. Locag is going to having heard X call out that there was another boss fight, he got distracted and got hit by the hobgoblin, who he now remembers is there. And so he will take an attack at the hobgoblin recklessly. Always. For a 19 to hit.
19's going to hit.
Healing out. I'm going to savage attack that. Let's see if we do any better. We do not. 9 damage.
You can feel free to describe or pass.
As the hobgoblin circles Locag looks at the wound in his arm, and he's almost casually stabs the hobgoblin just as they set up the position. He doesn't even bother to watch him fall to the ground as he sort of lopes over to get to X. Boss fight where?
I'll open the door. Right this way, sir.
All right, give me just a moment. You see a longish chamber splattered in wet, dull firelight reflected off of congealed and still fresh blood. A dripping corpse lays across one of the tables, and an incredibly large goblin stands with a massive cleaver in its hands. You smell decay, rotting fish, and moldering vegetables within the chamber.
Locag would ask X if he still has that giant sword in the haversack.
I do. And while you were sleeping, I put it in the flame. I have no idea what happened to it. I will open up the haversack and let Locag withdraw the sword.
If I can, I'll take that. Let's see. I need to see if this is. It doesn't say it's a bonus action or anything. A large form. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out if it's a bonus action to take that large form. Yes, it is a bonus action. Awesome. Locag will use his bonus action to take the large form and take the sword in hand.
It is still a large sword. The sword seems to shrink as you reach toward it, as you grow to match its size. It is a massive blade. You'd have to be standing in the middle of the room to fully swing it.
Awesome. And I'm so sorry. Before I get to my large form, do I think I can fit through this door if I'm in my giant form?
You'd have to squeeze through it, but you could.
Okay, cool. I was hoping so, because I figured if that guy could get in, I should probably be able to get in, unless he never leaves. So, okay, good. Then that is my turn. I am now wielding this sword, which I guess I need to add to my inventory.
Okay. Yeah, this sword, it'll essentially, for you when you're in your large sword, function like a great sword that does 2d8 damage.
Okay, awesome. Just a regular great sword, right?
It is +1.
+1. Okay. Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get that all set up and be ready for when my next turn comes around.
All right, next in the order is Helena.
My stuff's all black again. The screen's been doing this weird thing where like everything's black. Just this session. And
Try
then,
zooming in and zooming out. Sometimes that'll clear it.
yeah, that didn't work. I'm refreshing it.
Yeah.
Just takes a second. Okay. Helena's bad at these moments. She's gonna follow her companions inevitably.
Okay.
How many feet can I move right now?
So 60 if you use your action.
Okay. Yeah, might as well. I got a ways to go.
Okay.
I'm not sure what to do about. I mean, obviously, I want like the rats and stuff to come.
Yeah, they could dash also. Yeah.
Yeah. God, I don't know which. There or there, one of those places.
There you go. All right. Any bonus action for Helena?
Nope.
All right. Growlix move toward here. Try to knock this smaller brazier over and scatter the coals. Clifford would also just spend the time catching up. Make his way over towards his allies. Get ready to hide. The massive goblin, a thick, scarred, and stained leather apron going from its ankle to its neck, has a collar of leather that juts out, protecting its neck. It drags the long cleaver off the table. It shambles forward. Let's see here. In just a moment. Alright, roll 20 is moving a little slow. As it drags a second cleaver off the table, it throws one of them toward the first one, so he would throw it toward X. So manually. Should not have rolled 2. I don't know why. Not me for to do that. So yeah, that 9 is going to miss X. It kicks at a pot nearby as it falls over and breaks. Some sort of liquid flows out over the ground between you all and the goblin. What does Axe do?
If what he kicked over was oil, I'm incredibly tempted to just light it on fire and watch Lokag run through fire. I owe him some fire to the legs from, like, I don't know, session 5 when he killed me with a carpet. You remember that? He threw the carpet on the fire and did 3 hit points of damage to X and knocked me down.
Yeah.
Listen. We can talk about this. No. It's okay.
Okay, so what am I going to do?
It would be balanced. Jar Jar brought up a good point.
I could taxi Lokag. I could grapple him and drag him in there, but he's large size, and I actually think I can't do that while he's large size. I believe so. I can't move him in there. You know what? I'm going to touch Lokag with the rod and heal 8 more hit points.
Hey.
And I'm gonna go around the corner and hide. And that's my turn.
All right. Next in the order is Millie.
All right. Kind of once more. I'll move as much as her speed will let her. And then this is a large map.
It is.
Alright, she'll just hold that action again. My crossbow ready to attack anything that may come through any of the other passages or up the stairs.
All right. Next in the order is Lokag.
All right. So, gosh, I know it's slippery, but Lokag's going to try it anyways. This is the movement I would like to do. So, with large form, I have 10 additional feet of movement, so I've got 65 feet of movement currently with Long Strider. So, I want to squeeze through the door, approach, and sort of round the goblin to here. That's what I would like to do.
Okay. Make an acrobatics or dexterity saving throw as you move across the space. The ground is quite slippery.
Gotcha. I'm gonna make an acrobatics check. 14. I think I want to inspo that. Use my inspiration. And again. Nope. So 14 it is.
All right. You manage to barely keep your footing as you cross over the slippery floor.
Very nice.
Goblin watches you with a sort of dumb, almost incomprehension in its eyes.
As I slip and slide, am I on stable ground now? Or am I still in kind of the slick?
Let's Let's see. You are back. Yeah, you're off the slippery ground. So it's just kind of a. I'll put a square down.
Awesome. Then large Locag is going to attack twice with this brand new greatsword. And are those normal rolls while he's large?
Yes.
Okay. Then Locag will attack recklessly with the big sword. Big Locag, big sword, big attack. Here we go. A 22.
It's a hit.
And a 25.
That's also a hit.
Damage for 15 damage, and I'm gonna savage attack that second one, see if I can get a little bit more. 15 and 16, so 31 points of damage to this big goblin.
Nice.
And he doesn't have a pole arm, so we talked about with this sword, since it has reach, Locag can still do his opportunity attacks as reactions when people enter his space, but not the pole strike because there is no pole to strike with.
Right, yeah.
Right? Okay, great. Then that is my turn.
Nice. Next in the order is Helena.
So, fun fact, if I recall, I remember when you were working on the map for this game, long before we even talked about streaming it or anything. And I helped with one part, and if I recall, this is the part I helped with because it was Nasty Kitchen.
Yep.
There were nasty things in the nasty kitchen.
You did.
Thanks. I was like, this octopus in a box looks real familiar. So I'm going to basically just try to catch up here. And looks like, yeah, 60 feet will get me here. And then same thing for my critters.
See the hulking shape silhouetted in front of the hearth fire.
Oh, that's one hell of a sight.
It's even larger, not as tall, but broader and heavier set than even Locag in his giant form. That's movement and action to move to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, that'd be it for me. No bonus actions right at the moment.
Gravelix moves along the wall to there, keeping it out of sight. Let's see here. It is just a moment. The whole area is dim light, so Clifford can attack. X, if you want to make some attacks for Clifford.
A 1 and a 15.
All right, you can use your inspiration for that one, or roll the d6.
Sure, I'll help a brother out. Let's go.
All right. Nat 20. Good thing you did.
Turn that into a 20.
Awesome. So that'll be 3 die 10 plus 5, I believe. 10 total. Nice.
34 damages.
Giant goblin groans and stumbles back. Does not fall. There's a brief moment where you can see the firelight through a hole in the figure's body before it turns and strikes at Lokag. Swings once and twice. A second hand on the heavy,
both
wide cleaver blade. For a total of 15 damage. It thunders something incomprehensible at you. Likely only Clifford can understand. And next in the order is X.
I hear all the grunts and squealing and the guy yelling, and I think, you know what? He's probably handled. These stairs go up, correct?
They do.
Up is the direction that we want to go. So I'm just going to start heading up the stairs and scouting.
Okay.
I'll point at the strangler on the way by, because I know that Cliff likes to loot things. So if he's got anything good on him, I'll point it out to Cliff.
All right.
So do these stairs look like they're going to take us where we want to go, like upward and to the next sort of thing, or do they go upward nowhere? What does X see?
They are wide. They seemed, at least in the very middle of the wide stairs, are smoothed from being used a lot. The stones seem very, very, very old. There's a thin sort of gauze of heavy smoke rolling down the stairs. It smells like burned bone and herb. Strange incenses and offerings, perhaps. You can hear, echoing downward, occasional thumps, crackling sound as if of some device, perhaps. Occasional wet slaps as if some massive fleshy thing slamming up against one of the smooth corridors above.
Alright, X will double move and stealth. That's his whole turn.
Okay.
And then I'll yell back to the party, it looks like this is the way forward.
X vanishes up the stairs. What does Millie do?
Millie will
Turn that back off. I don't know why it's turning on at all.
I still need to set mine up and get it working. I'd like to have a couple of voices.
We are all over the place on this map. I don't like it. I have anything that's great for distance. Yeah, I think Millie's just going to hold up the stone till everyone's moving up towards the stairs, continuing holding ready action, crossbow, knowing things are coming up from the stairway down there. Be prepared to shoot anything coming up.
Yeah, the sounds of that heavy hobgoblin troop is getting closer, but still a pretty good distance away. Still a few rounds at least before they crest the stairs. Next in the order is Lokag.
Lokag just simply looks at this injured giant goblin and appreciates his large sword and attacks twice again. Recklessly, of course.
Its wounds seem to be slowly closing, but that 15 hits. Or that 12 is going to miss, unfortunately.
Oh, that's... Sorry. That was just the first one.
Yeah.
And then... Second. So a 15 and a 17 to hit.
A 15... Oh, yeah. A 15 and 17 are both going to hit.
15 damage. And 23 Wait. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's max damage. Okay. 23 damage. Okay.
To describe or pass. So take out the goblin cook.
Much like the butchered meat around him, Lokag lops off the arm that is holding the cleaver, and then quickly lops off the other arm and kicks him down. As the big goblin looks in confusion as he bleeds out and his life slowly ebbs away at the peripheries.
As his blood sprays from both stumps, there's an acrid scent. That scent of burned metal and spoiled milk is almost overpowering. Make a con save versus poison.
$22.
Nice. You are not poisoned and will take half of the incoming damage.
Excellent. Half and then half again.
So 5 down to... down to 2.
Lokag puts his big meaty hand over his face and chokes back bile. And will use his movement to quickly leave and squeeze back through the door. So I don't know if that causes a...
another athletics or
yeah.
dexterity save if you're moving full speed.
Gotcha. Acrobatics, right?
Acrobatics or dexterity saving throw.
Dex save, you get advantage and you have bless.
Oh. Do I still get advantage on dex saves for slippery floors? I thought it was just for spell stuff.
Any effect that you're aware of.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty dope. That's why I avoided it the first time. A 20.
Success. You make it easily across the slippery surface, back toward Helena.
That was 50 feet. I will move the remaining 15 feet past Helena and say, "Don't go in there. It's so gross." Or no, I'm sorry. He's large Lokag. Don't go in there. It's so gross. That's much better.
Oh, she kind of like leans in a little bit and she's like, noted.
Careful, DM will make you do a con save.
All right. Anything else for Lokag?
No. I'm gonna try and keep my large form going as long as possible.
All right. Elena, you hear, coming from the south, someone running in heavy plate armor. You're whining and clicking. It sounds like Merlin is moving back to rejoin everybody. But what does Helena do?
Well, she's been running, towards the battle point. There's nothing left to do, so she stops. She turns around, and she's like, where am I running to now?
The stairs. We must get up the stairs.
The stairs. Follow Sirius first.
So she does just that. She's manically just turns on a dime and starts going the other direction.
So though there is light at the base of the stairs themselves are dark. Helena will either need to be going by feel or pull out some sort of light source.
She's going by feel.
Okay. I mean, you've done it before a lot growing up in the sewers down beneath Arabelle. All right, so are you sprinting up after trying to catch up with X, or you know?
Yeah, because she's just like in this, like, I gotta get there. Yeah, totally sprints.
Okay. X crouched and sort of hidden against the base of the wall and the stairs. You see Helena as she starts to move about 10 feet past you. Does X say anything to Helena?
Nope.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, Gravelix will just make his way after you all. Getting up to the base of the stair. Clifford peers past the massive locag in toward the kitchen. Anything look like it was worth anything in there? Anything useful?
Smells too bad. Don't go in. But coward strangler guy is here. He may have something good on him.
Okay, yeah, he rushes over toward the strangler's body. Pulls another garrote off. Pulls a couple of vials from its hip. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of time to really go over the figure's body, but whatever seemed close to hand, so he grabs a couple of vials. Might be potions. And makes his way toward the stairs. The goblin cook does not move. To the east of you all, the goblins that had darted around the corners seem to be waiting, likely for the approaching throng of hobgoblins that are marching themselves up the stairs, their sounds of their footsteps getting clearer and clearer as they get closer. It seems that you all will dart away before they show themselves. Merlin scampers into the chamber and toward Clifford and Locag. You all can see him sort of, his helm turns as he looks over toward the stairs. He moves over toward the wall and says, "Merlin will slow them down! Go to the masters!" And that terrible whining and almost thundering sound starts to slowly emanate from his armor. Strange pink and ugly green energy seems to almost begin weeping out from between the plates of his armor, tugged as if by an invisible wind to spin around Merlin's form. And I think this might be a good spot to pause for the session.
Sounds good. Lot going on.
A lot indeed. You all fought your way through the defenses that were on this floor, readied for you because of the Strangler ran off ahead of you all and managed to summon some extra help. The contingent of hobgoblins found out a bit later and wasn't able to come into position. But they will likely do everything they can to follow you all up that darkened stair toward the masters. So whatever Merlin's going to do, hopefully it holds them for some amount of time. We'll have to pause for the session. That's right. But Pon, how about you? Any thoughts for the session? Any thoughts for next session? How you all should handle the situation?
I didn't mean to go in the middle of that, but I read that Merlin is waiting for his moment to kill us all, and I completely agree with that. Man, I thought this was like... I've never had a night of D&D where I just felt like... Almost, it was just like bam, 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 bam. And it was grandly stimulating. I thought that was fun, and I love that Helena didn't even get over to the spot with the big goblin man in the kitchens, the nasty kitchens, before Lokag took him out. I thought that's pretty dang funny.
Yeah, you're running with some companions that can now deal out some serious damage.
Helena dealt some serious damage.
Yes,
she put out
she did.
like 4.2 million. Crazy.
Yeah, that extra attack definitely paying off for sure.
I mean, like 715s. That's a lot of damage.
That's true. Well, Locator, how about you? Any thoughts for you on the session?
Oh, it's great. I gotta say, you know, the levels of Rogue on X, I really love how this character plays.
Yeah.
Like Helena feels like, you know, you have to run to try to catch up, and you lose your actions and whatever. Man, having that bonus action to be able to dash as a rogue, and I'm like just one turn to catch up with Lokag, and then I'm back in the game. I love this character. It's so much fun to play. I get a lot of action economy out of it and can get around the battlefield. So that was fun, being able to catch up with Lokag and heal him before he got too low, and act like an actual cleric there for a little minute or two.
Cleric Rogue is a combination I think a lot of players sleep on. It doesn't sound immediately thematically or cool to a lot of players, but it's some really good utility in a rogue cleric for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fun. I love the, like Helena said, I love the scene, like the fast-paced, chaotic goblins coming in everywhere, and we're just mowing them down. Our characters feel definitely like, you know, especially with some of these artifacts that we got and stuff like that, we're definitely feeling pretty powerful. So it's fun.
Heck yeah. Big Bri, how about you? Any thoughts for you on the session?
I like large Lokag.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Literally. So, yeah. Definitely gonna hold on to this sword. Not sure what he's doing with his glaive right now. I guess in his large form, it probably wouldn't be too hard to like kind of finagle it into a tie around his back or something, but
Well, you could always grab it and carry it and drop it as soon as you're going to attack somebody with the two-headed sword. Just keep kicking along the ground with you every time you move.
yeah. He would never kick the glamour, okay? He has much more respect for that weapon.
I thought before I spoke.
No. Just easy. Good one, Jar Jar Grokag. I like that.
Grokag. Nice.
I'm excited to see if he can. I don't want to know now. I'll find out next session with everyone else if he can fit up these stairs in his large form.
Yeah.
So,
fair question.
He's got 10 minutes on it, so very excited.
Heck yeah. Jay Fink, how about you? I'm glad you could. Glad you made it toward the end of the session. Any thoughts for you on the scenario?
Yes. Happy to jump in here at the end. Able to catch most of it via listening, even so. Thought it sounded like it went well. Everyone seemed to deal a lot of damage and take down a lot of goblins. So
Yeah, bodies definitely piling up here and there. Well, so yeah, we'll come back into it next session right here as you all make your way toward the stairs. X makes his way up the stairs. And we'll see how long Merlin can hold out the rest of the hobgoblins. Keep them off your tail. But For our Mythlanders out there in chat, thanks for being here week after week and being part of the story with us. Well, take good care of yourselves. Thanks for an awesome session. And get out there and live y'all's story, y'all. See y'all next week. Say goodnight, Mythlanders.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.
I'm master of the ring, it's no big thing. With my weapon I swing, pain that I bring would make the bard sing. Some called me the king, but you don't have to call me that. It was the name the fans had for me, you know. You can call me Lokag, or just buy me another beer. I don't tell any lies, I'm massive in size. I think it's quite wise when my hammer flies. The naughty goblin dies, the pretty lady cries, but I can compromise. Because I'm really cool and like to do my thing. You know, you can call me Lokag, or just buy me another beer. I can dance a jig, I can laugh real big, I can snap you like twig, put you in the brig. I don't wear a wig, I do eat like a pig, though please not that fig. I'm really not a fan of those day-type fruits, you know. You can call me Lokag, or just buy me another beer. I lead the group, cause I'm the poop. If you want the scoop, I'll keep you in the loop. Be part of my troop, then I'll give you really big hugs and stuff, because I do that with people I like, you know? You can call me Lokag, or just buy me another beer.